Federal government Labour meeting deadlocked as fuel price hits over 700 naira per litre. Talks between the federal government and organized labour over the removal of fuel subsidy ended in a deadlock on Wednesday as they failed to reach a consensus following the hike in petrol pump prices to over 700 naira from 195 naira per litre by all marketers. The hours-long meeting, which was held at the presidential villa, was to, among other things, prevent a labour crisis following the recent increase in the petrol pump price occasioned by the discontinuance of petroleum subsidy. Although earlier on Wednesday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited said it had adjusted the pump price of premium motor spirit (PMS) to reflect the market realities. The agency, however, failed to state the new prices of petrol. However, several retail outlets sold the product between 600 naira and 800 naira in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun, and some other states. The National Public Relations Officer, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chief Chinedu Okadike, pointed that the hike in the cost of PMS would trigger galloping inflation in the country, stressing that some outlets in the southeast were currently dispensing the product at 1,200 naira per litre. Okadike stated, once NNPCL retail stations have adjusted their pumps to reflect the new price, there is nothing you can do about it. That is the new price. As I speak with you, all of them are now selling at the new prices. The situation is so bad that somewhere in the Ebonyi State, our members inform us that it is now 1,200 naira per litre. We thought the president would remove the subsidy through a seamless means because the source of this petrol is the NNPCL. They are the ones subsidizing petroleum products. They are the people who use their revenue to subsidize these products. The IFMAN IPMAN spokesperson expressed worry over the rate of increase in inflation and hardship that will come as a result of the latest hike in petrol price. This hike in petrol price will definitely lead to galloping inflation and will worsen the hardship already being faced by the Nigerian masses. It is not something to cheer about. It came as a surprise, and in the coming days, we will see the very harsh ripple effects, he stated. Meanwhile, Okadike has called on the federal government and the NNPCL to give other marketers the opportunity to start importing petrol in order to create competition in the sector. The NNPCL is importing and has not even given people the opportunity to join them in importing so as to see whether private sector operators can import the product cheaper or not. So there is no competition. In a deregulated regime, there must be competition. Everyone with capacity should not be allowed to import, the IFMAN officials stated. When asked whether other marketers could resume imports since the government had finally deregulated petrol prices, Okadike replied, marketers can import, but let me tell you some of the factors militating against this. The first is that there won't be availability of dollars. You will source your dollar from the parallel market, and if you are not careful in doing this and you go into the importation of petroleum products, you might not come out of it alive at the end of the day. So what we are saying is that those advantages that NNPCL has should be shared with other major importers of petroleum products. If it is through crude buyback, they should let us know so that independent players such as IPMAN members can come together and be able to use it in the buyback model. He added, for independent marketers, the most important thing is that there should be availability of petroleum products, and that the government should open up the space for importers and investors to come in. NNPCL, the sole importer of petrol into Nigeria for several years running, confirmed the hike in petrol price in a statement and a new pricing template released to marketers nationwide. But the move has sparked a groundswell of anger across the nation, with the Nigerian Labour Congress demanding an immediate reversal of the decision The union also said it will hold an emergency meeting on Friday on the fuel price increase, which has triggered hoarding and scarcity across the country, with attendant rise in transport fares, goods, and services. The fuel price hike by the oil firm is coming 72 hours after President Bola Ahmed TINUBU declared in his inaugural address on Monday that the subsidy regime had ended. To pacify the growing anger over the situation, the federal government hastily summoned some labor leaders to a meeting at the presidential villa Abuja on Wednesday evening. The meeting had in attendance the NLC's president Joe Ajaero and his trade union Congress counterpart Festus Osifo, former NLC president and immediate past governor of Edo State Adams Oshiomhole, permanent secretary State House Tijani Umar, head of service of the Federation Dr. Folashade Yemi Esan, Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPCL Mele Kyari, and others, however ended in a deadlock as the Labour and government teams failed to reach a consensus. Speaking at the end of the meeting, Joe Ajaero said, "As far as Labour is concerned, we didn't have a consensus in this meeting." He faulted the NNPCL over an official release published hours earlier reviewing the petrol pump price in its filling stations nationwide. He said the move puts the Labour unions in a difficult position on the negotiational table. That's the principle of negotiating. You don't put the partner, ask them to negotiate under gunpoint. The prayer of the NLC is that we go back to the status quo, negotiate, think of alternatives and all the effects, and how to manage the effects this action is going to have on the people. If it is an action that must take off, the subsidy provision has been made up to the end of June, and before then, conscious people, labor management, and the government should be able to think of what will happen at the end of June. You don't start before the time, Ajaero said. Negotiation ongoing. Although on his part, Dele Alake, who spoke on behalf of the federal government, said the negotiations were ongoing and the parties will reconvene on a yet to be defined date. Earlier, the NNPCL's Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Gabardine Mohammed, said in a statement issued in Abuja that the price hike was in line with market realities, stressing that the cost of petrol would continue to fluctuate with market dynamics. This implies that the oil firm has deregulated the product, leaving its price to swing along with the dictates of the global petroleum products market. NNPC Limited wishes to inform our esteemed customers that we have adjusted our pump prices of PMS across our retail outlets in line with current market realities. As we strive to produce you with the quality service for which we are known, it is pertinent to note that prices will continue to fluctuate to reflect market dynamics. We are sure that NNPC Limited is committed to ensuring a ceaseless supply of products, the oil company stated. Figures before it issued the statement, a price list tagged current NNPC pump price and new pump price per May 31, 2023 indicated the latest costs of PMS in various states and the Federal Capital Territory. Figures in document indicated that while the cost of petrol in Borno State was put at 557 naira per litre, prices in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, and Ekiti were pegged at 488 naira per litre, 427 naira per litre, 520 naira per litre, and 500 naira per litre, respectively. The cost of the commodity at NNPCL stations for the other states were also contained in the document.